Hey guys, I'm Cammie with Southern Comfort. Well, the sun is fixing to rise up over there, and we've been out here harvesting. So far, I've picked the eggs, a variety of peppers, California Wonders, Chinese bell peppers, uh, gosh, mixed grande peppers, a variety of peppers, and I'm going to be making salsa today. And so the corn has been harvested, and I got a video showing the results of that. It was a struggle, it was determination, it was a lot, but the end results was good and a learning experience. So the corn is out. You see how these marigolds, how beautiful they are? And you see how I'm picking them off? They're really, as long as you keep picking this off, the blooms that are dying back, not when they dry, it puts out aroma and it detours insects. You can smell it when you pick it. And they look so beautiful. I'm so glad I put them here. They just make the garden look absolutely wonderful, even into the corn. The sweet potatoes down there are doing super wonderful. The squash are still hanging on. Actually, they're starting to look better, even though our heat is kicking in. My Brussels sprouts, I didn't do too well on them. And they grew Brussels sprouts. Let me get in here. But not like I wanted. They produce small Brussels sprouts, and so that's something new, and I'm learning it. And I took out a lot of plants right here. I thought maybe I had them too close together, but I'm not sure if it was just that. So, and I even left them in here thinking they would get bigger. So I grew Brussels sprouts, but not the size that I wanted. And so I've got to figure that out. I did pick some of them. It was a little chore to get those little Brussels sprouts, and they were good. So we have a variety of squash here, the straight neck squash, Cosmo. Let's see if I can scoot over here. Cosmos, let's see, zucchini, and there was a different variety, and I forgot the name of it. I have tags all through this garden because I have a variety of things growing in here. But the tags get covered up in the midst of the growing. The bees are out. Look how beautiful. I love seeing these bees. That's why you gotta be very careful about spraying. They come out real early, earlier than I think I've ever seen them come out. They come out at daybreak. The sun's not even up. They're out. So you see how I got the marigolds in here? I just pick them. There's so many seeds. I just picked those ones that need to be picked off. And now the heat's kicked in. They're starting to die back just a little bit. But here is the sweet potatoes. They're looking beautiful. Cucumbers, there's going to be tons and tons of cucumbers on there. It seems like these cucumbers are a little bit late growing here. And I believe it's because our weather just stayed cool for a little bit. And they just wouldn't take off. And I see one back there I didn't see a while ago. I came out here picking those peppers. If I can get down in here. Yep. We'll go ahead and harvest that. So there's another one back there. It's not quite big enough yet. So they're just starting to come off. I could pick that one. Go ahead and pick it because they grow real fast. I don't like them getting too big. So yeah, sunflowers. I had one fall over because of the wind, and I forgot these daggone stink bugs. This is what these stink bugs do. I don't know if you can see it up in there. You see, the sunflowers is a good way to draw the stink bugs out of your garden and to the plant, and so they're beneficial. Not only are they beautiful, but they're all up under there, and I can't stand those things. As long as they are sticking to that plant, there's none on this one right here, but they have a tendency to target a plant. The Japanese beetles I'm battling them. This is the variety of peppers here. And I want to say I have not tilled this garden since I planted it. Since I tilled it up, got the rows ready, I have not tilled it. And I'll show you in a video how I keep the grass out of my garden. There's no grass in my garden. There might be a few sprigs I miss here and there, but there's no grass. And as you can tell, there's no way to even though I planted these rows far apart, the way my garden is growing, there's no way I could get a tiller in here anyhow. So this is a winter squash, acorn squash. This is a butternut squash. I'm trying to get this back. Get the leaves out of the way. There's a butternut squash down there. The pink eye purple hulls, I have picked some, and I need to get in there this morning. That's what I'm fixing to do, is get in there and pick those pink eye purple hulls. I have a pea sheller, so it makes it really super easy to harvest them and shell them out. This is a Star of David, and I grew it with Clemson spineless last year, and these are the seeds from it, so it's probably cross-pollinated. And so this is something new I'm doing to see how I like the okra. I got a very good harvest yesterday, and when I noticed the Star of David is like short and bigger, round, good for frying, but I had the Clemson spineless, and I was wondering, I just want to see if it grows a little bit longer and then thicker to get my variety of okra here, if I can get through here. Hey, Angel. So our tomatoes, you see there's one little grass sprig there, are starting to come off. And I didn't go through all these yesterday. This one needs to get off of here. But yeah, get those out for there. But I am going to be making salsa today. So from the tomatoes I've already harvested, I blanched them last night, and so I could be ready for today. I was so tired, I just had to get them blanched and put them in the refrigerator. But it's loaded down with tomatoes. Just load. All these plants are loaded with tomatoes. I take out a lot of my leaves, but at this point in time, I don't take out leaves because of sun scald onto tomatoes, and they are just filled up with tomatoes. Now I don't let my tomatoes stay completely ripen onto the vine, and the reason that's because those stink bugs. Once they ripen up, the stink bugs, if I can get in here, the stink bugs come and they sting these tomatoes, and it ruins them. So I harvest as they get big, and it also creates, because there's so many tomatoes on here, that it creates them to others to grow. If I can get this out. But see, there's lots of tomatoes on here. Tons and tons and tons of tomatoes. You really have to get down because the tomatoes are intertwined into the bush, which is protecting them from that sun. So lots of tomatoes. And I'll be going through here and see if there's any I can harvest. I harvest my biggest ones. And as I'm going through here harvesting, I take out these marigold, the ones that's ready, blooms that's ready to come off of here, so it'll continue blooming out. This has helped keep the grass out. It's put out aroma. I believe it's helped. I believe it really has helped as far as deterring insects. At least it's kept the grass out. My container gardening is doing well, super well. Greenhouse is doing good. I love these marigolds. There's a Japanese beetle. Having to really watch them at daytime. They just come out. They're starting to get onto these marigolds, but you know, they're a battle here. They're a battle. They will eat your plants up, just like they are doing with this Star of David okra, eating the leaves up. There's nothing you could do except continue going in here. I haven't been able to get in here like I usually do 3 times a day, you know, and continue smashing them. The yellow wax beans I'm letting these go to seed. They still got yellow wax beans. I just canned some. Yeah, I can go in here and I can pick these. And they're loaded back down again. Oh my goodness. They're just loaded down back in there again. But they're starting to die back a little bit. They're getting shorter. And there's tons of them in there. But I'm gonna let these go, do my very best, and let them go and get my seeds for next year or for the future. So here is the butter beans, small butter beans. I planted it twice. I don't know how well they're gonna do. They were old seeds, so seeds about 5 years old. I see some of them starting to come up, but they just didn't come up. And I planted them like 3 into a hill, and you see the only one plant came up. But Angel, stop. Angel, no. He's a little terror in this garden. So these are rattlesnake beans. This is where I had the garden peas, and this is, usually behind the garden peas I always try to plant something. And this year I'm planting rattlesnake beans. Rattlesnake beans are very productive, and I haven't planted them about 3 years. And so in 3 years I haven't planted them, but I've had such a good harvest that I still got some canned. This is a blue potato. That's the only potato still left. Well, I got a couple I planted, but blue potato, it should be able to harvest, and able to harvest now. And I haven't got in here and dug it up. I'm looking at the plant to see if it dies back. And the last time, I did a video. I can't let my potatoes die back because of the ants. So they might be ate up, but we'll see when we dig it up. The plant is big. I mean, it's humongous. And so the stink bugs, the baby stink bugs, tried to get onto it. I had to deal with them. This here is large butter beans. And I planted it twice, and the seeds didn't come back up. So I don't understand that, whether at that time it was the rains that we had, my cat, my granddaughter's cat, digging up my seeds, stepping on them. To begin with, I'm pretty sure it's because he ran down the row. He can't just stay off the rows. He's got to run down on the row. So that's a cat for you. They got to get up high. And he was having a field day out here, just running around. I turned around and I was like, out. Because he thought he was in cat land, just having a ball. So we're into June. I'm trying to get my videos out. It's tons of videos. It's a super busy time. You're trying to keep up with the mowing and everything. Everything that's got to be done around here. You're trying to keep up with the insects, the garden. And you see, I like my garden for no grass, so I will be making a video how I keep my grass out. And if you ever stay on top of it, keep it out, then, as you can tell, it's just easy. Once you get that grass, those roots out, then it's really easy. So this is my garden, and I'm definitely glad that I did it the way I did, because there's absolutely no way I could get a tiller in here. And nobody likes gardening with a lot of grass. It's just frustrating. The grass takes your nutrients. The grass just overtakes it. Your plants don't grow well. It overcrowds them, and it's just a mess. So I got to get in here and get these purple hull peas out of here, because the sun is definitely coming up. Got to get over here and water my container garden. I'm going to scoot through here real fast. Didn't water it yesterday evening. I don't think I did. Well, it looks like I did. There was a lot going on yesterday. So this is my watermelons. And hopefully we'll get a watermelon. There's some more in there. And I like it because, you're on this landscaping fabric, and I don't have to worry about the grass. So that's super awesome. I need to trim this squash here, get this deadness off of here. It looks like it's putting out again. This is a Space Maker cucumber. It does excellent into the greenhouse. And this bed right here is a cantaloupe, flowers, a watermelon, small watermelon hanging there. And then our orange tree, last year I put these into the shade. They did better as far as the oranges staying on there. And so did my lemon tree. I lost all my lemons because I just didn't move it in the shade. But I'm always experimenting to see what works best. And learning from it and just see what works best. Even if I have to lose a couple things, I definitely got to learn from it. And if I lose things, that's okay. So this is Ross Moss, one of my favorite plants here. When the sun comes up, it'll bloom out so many different colors of flowers. And look at this. This is awesome. If you're going to grow watermelon, cantaloupe, a 2.5 inch, almost 3 feet high raised bed is the way to go. You can't even hardly see the bed, but it's not overtaking the ground so far. And if I decided to just nip the ends of it to stop it growing, I can do that. But it's doing super wonderful. This soil right here, I didn't put any soil into it. The big box store soil I made, and it is doing dynamite. It surprised me. So this bed over here, I'm going to get going. I think I'm going to put my strawberries in here. But I haven't really done anything. Oh, look at that insect. Now that's an insect you don't want to touch. He'll sting you. So I'll have to get something other to get him off of there. I don't know much about him. I just know he stings. So we'll take a quick peek into the greenhouse. It's starting to look like a jungle in here. It's changing all the time. There's a Space Maker cucumbers up there. They're kind of fading out a little bit, but I definitely love those for the greenhouse. Definitely. I tried the regular variety. It didn't do so well. It did okay, but you know how cucumbers are. They're like cantaloupe. They run everywhere, and those did perfectly. So I just put in some, I believe it was yellow wax beans. I forgot to write it down, but got me some more beans growing in here. This is a string bean, Kentucky Wonder. And honestly, the plants look great. I haven't seen any beans. I had that problem last year into the garden, so I don't know. Planted it on time, I'm not sure. I really don't know. I don't know if it's heat. I'm trying to figure that out. It's kind of frustrating when you plant beans, you've got plants, and it's not because I've put too much nitrogen in there. It's not that. It's just, it's something about it. I've got to figure it out. This is my carrots. They're going to seed, and I've never had this happen before, so I am learning this. I see it's turning brown. I need to research it I'm hoping I'll get some seeds. At least I'm gonna try anyhow. They look beautiful, but they went to seed this year, and it'd be awesome to get my own seeds. So everything's doing super wonderful here. We're just going to get out there now and get some harvesting done. So we've got some more work to do in this greenhouse, but it's a work in process around here on the homestead. This is my red deuce tomatoes, sent by a subscriber. They look beautiful. Thank you so much, from Virginia. So guys, thank you so much. I just want to do this quick tour because I have so many videos, and it's just a busy time of the year. And it's really hard to, when harvest time is on, it's harvest time. When it's on, you got to get it. The vegetable's not going to wait on you. You got to get it. And you got to take care of these plants, or you're not going to have a garden. So thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you on to the next video. The size of this greenhouse is a 16 by 32. I got it from Grower Solutions. And I inspired some of the detail work from Danny and Wanda at Deep South Homestead. And then I crafted some of my own techniques in there. And I just love my greenhouse. See you on to the next video.